Hey, this is Tom Harrison. I'm just trying to randomly talk about subjects that I'm writing in my book. One of the things that I have connected in my life is from birth. From the time you pop out and your head smacks the wall on the other side of the room, whatever happens. I think that's what happened in my case. But as funny as that might be, we are processing information from day one. And especially at this time on planet Earth, I find that we have experiences in life, and I'll just back up here a little bit because something that really struck me. I was watching some Mel Robbins videos and some Tony Robbins videos, and a lot of those kind of videos come up in my feed on Facebook, and I don't watch everyone or follow any particular life coach or anything. But Tony Robbins, I didn't watch the whole video, but he mentioned about living in reality and also living in a focused reality. Now, I left the video right at that point because that struck a chord with me. Because from day one, I connected the dot that a lot of my experiences in life, although I had a great childhood, I had a lot of good times, but a lot of the negative stuff that I got thinking about myself was due to me thinking about it. You have this experience, whatever it may have been, and then you focus on that. Whether it's, let's just say for the sake of the video, I feel, especially when I came from Halifax, because I grew up in Halifax as a city kid, moved out to Kennetcook. My parents built a retirement home back in 1983, so I was 11 years old. And my experiences weren't always positive. But it was my doing to focus on that negative shit. Pardon the language. So and every negative thing happened, whether it was bullying or what I felt was negative. I focused on that. Now, I could have made a choice, because I was told by guidance counselors, blah, teachers, I could have chose to live in reality. Sure, I could have. I could have chose to stick up for myself. Sure, I could have. Getting suspended from school for a day or a week or whatever, for fighting or whatever. if I had taken the time to nip it in the bud and prove myself as a positive character. But I chose, because my parents were very non-violent people. You don't handle your life with violence. So I took that to heart. But at the time, I could have stood up for myself. I didn't have to use violence to do it. I could have just said, stopped everybody in the hallway. What the hell? You know? I could have told people instead of just taking the pushing and shoving. And, you know, every day at the end of class when the bell would ring, staying in the classroom and waiting for the hallway to clear. Little did I know all my bullies were still out in the hallway waiting for me. But that was my doing. I could have, done stuff differently instead of cowering away and letting people bully me and quit school 3 times. I could have done something different, sure. But I focused on the negative. I felt like I was nothing. I felt like I wasn't good enough. That's what I focused on. I didn't switch that around and say, okay, got to look at this in a more realistic view and say, yeah, I'm valuable. I have value. But I chose, with the negative stuff that was happening to me, I, throughout most of my life, basically played victim. Oh, this happened to me. That's what ruined my life. Or that happened to me. Or whatever, right? So, rather than nip things in the bud and done what I should have had to do, stuck up for myself, I chose to quit school a bunch of times. I used to go home from school at recess every freaking day because I didn't want to be there. I'd go home, ride my mini bike. And again, that was a choice. Run away from it. It's what I did. I ran away from it. Made it worse. So I guess what I'm saying in this video, I don't want to keep it going very much longer, but connecting that dot and knowing to live in reality, take on reality. Don't get stuck in a focused state of I'm no good, or focus on the bad stuff, because it's not worth it. So I will end the video here. It was great talking to you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.